Hello everyone, my name is Sonali and I welcome you all to the new episode of Weekly Current Affair Quiz. Let's begin today's quiz. First question is recently a report titled Promoting Millets in Diets Best Practices Across States and UTs of India was released by which of the following ministries or institutions? Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Niti Aayog, Ministry of Food Processing Industries or Food Corporation of India. The correct answer is option B, Niti Aayog. Recently, Niti Aayog released a report titled Promoting Millets in Diets Best Practices Across States, UTs of India. The report presents a set of good and innovative practices adopted by states, governments, and organizations in various aspects of millet value chains. Next question is the Supreme Court mandated eco-sensitive zone of how many kilometers around national parks or wildlife sanctuaries? 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, or 4 kilometers? The correct answer is option A, 1 kilometer. Recently, the Supreme Court modified its 2022 order mandating a minimum 1 kilometer eco-sensitive zone around national parks or wildlife sanctuaries. A bench led by Justice B.R. Gawai reasoned that ESZ cannot be uniform across the country and has to be protected area specific. Next question is what is the motto of National Defence College? Satyamev Jayate, Sarvatra Sarvottam Suraksha, Seva Parmo Dharma or Buddhirayasya Balam Tasya. The correct answer is option D, Buddhirayasya Balam Tasya. The National Defence College or NDC was inaugurated on April 27, 1960 by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The NDC located at New Delhi is India's apex institution of learning for the study and practice of national security and strategy. The motto Buddhirayasya Balam Tasya in Sanskrit means wisdom is strength. Next question is recently which edition of the Advantage Healthcare India was held at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi? 5th, 6th, 7th or 4th? The correct answer is option B, 6th. Recently, the 6th edition of One Earth, One Health Advantage Healthcare India 2023 was held at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. This two-day event, that is 26th and 27th April 2023, emphasized the importance of global collaborations and partnerships for building resilient global health architecture and working towards achieving universal health coverage through value-based healthcare. Next question is which of the following statement or statements is or are correct with reference to Atal Pension Yojana? 1. It was launched in the year 2014. 2. A subscriber will receive a lifelong minimum guaranteed pension of Rs 1,000 to Rs 5,000 per month from the age of 65. Options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Recently, total enrollments under the Atal Pension Yojana had crossed 5.20 crore by March 2023. Atal Pension Yojana or APY was launched in 2015. Under APY, a subscriber will receive a lifelong minimum guaranteed pension of Rs 1,000 to Rs 5,000 per month from the age of 60, depending on the contributions made, which itself would vary based on the age of joining the scheme. Next question is Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, that is CGT MSE, was set up by the Government of India and which of the following bank? ICICI, SIDBI, HDFC or SBI? The correct answer is option B, SIDBI. Recently, Union Minister for MSME launched the revamped Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, that is CGT MSE scheme in Mumbai. CGT MSE has been provided with an additional corpus support of Rs 9,000 crore in the Union Budget for financial year 2023-24. The Government of India and SIDBI, that is Small Industries Development Bank of India, established a trust named Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises to implement the Credit Guarantee Fund scheme for micro and small enterprises. Next question is which of the following constitute the strategies of recently approved National Medical Devices Policy 2023? 1. Human Resources Development. 2. Enabling Infrastructure. 3. Attracting investments in the sector. Options are 1 and 2 only, 1, 2 and 3, 2 only or 2 and 3 only. The correct answer is option B, 1, 2 and 3. Recently, the Union Cabinet approved the National Medical Devices Policy 2023. The National Medical Devices Policy 2023 is expected to facilitate an orderly growth of the medical device sector to meet the public health objectives of access, affordability, quality, and innovation. This sector is expected to realize its full potential with the strategies that will cover 6 broad areas of policy interventions: regulatory streamlining, enabling infrastructure, facilitating R&D and innovation, attracting investments in the sector, human resources development, and brand positioning and awareness creation. Next question is Preparedness and Resilience for Emerging Threats Initiative, or PRET, is an initiative of which of the following? Food and Agriculture Organization, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, World Health Organization, or United Nations? The correct answer is option C, World Health Organization. Recently, WHO launched a new initiative that provides guidance on integrated planning for responding to any respiratory pathogen such as influenza or coronaviruses. This initiative by WHO is Preparedness and Resilience for Emerging Threats Initiative, that is PRET. The PRET initiative's first module focuses on respiratory pathogens, including influenza, coronaviruses, and respiratory syncytial virus. Next question is Recently, the discovery of previously unknown undersea volcanoes was conducted by research team of Scripps Institution of Oceanography and which of the following university? University of Hawaii, University of Michigan, University of Hyderabad, or University of Delhi? The correct answer is option A, University of Hawaii. Recently, oceanographers uncovered more than 19,000 previously unknown undersea volcanoes. The research was conducted by a team from the Scripps Institution of Oceanography in the United States, alongside the Chungnam National University in South Korea and the University of Hawaii. These findings will have important implications for creating models depicting the flow of ocean water around the world and for potential deep seabed mining. Next question is Raja Ravi Verma won the Governor's Gold Medal in 1873 for which of his paintings? The Maharashtrian Lad, Harish Chandra in Distress, Shakuntala, or Nayar Lady Adorning Her Hair? The correct answer is option D, Nayar Lady Adorning Her Hair. Raja Ravi Verma is considered among the greatest painters in the history of Indian art. He was born on April 29, 1848 into an aristocratic family in Travancore state. He was one of the first Indian artists to use oil paints and to master the art of lithographic reproduction of his work. He won the Governor's Gold Medal in 1873 for the painting Nayar Lady Adorning Her Hair. Next question is Where was the International Workers' Day celebrated for the first time in India? Mumbai, Delhi, Gujarat, or Chennai? The correct answer is option D, Chennai. May Day is also called Workers' Day or International Workers' Day. The day commemorates the historic struggles and gains made by workers and the labor movement observed in many countries on May 1. The day was first celebrated in India in Chennai, then known as Madras, on May 1, 1923. Next question is Which of the following is not matched correctly? State and formation. Andhra Pradesh 1953, Maharashtra 1960, Sikkim 1975, Haryana 1966. The correct answer is option A, Andhra Pradesh 1953. Andhra Pradesh was formed on November 1st, 1956. Maharashtra Day or Maharashtra Divas is celebrated on May 1 to commemorate the creation of Maharashtra with the enactment of the Bombay Reorganization Act in 1960. Sikkim was formed on 26 April 1975 and Haryana emerged as a separate state in the Federal Galaxy of the Indian Republic on November 1st, 1966. Next question is Freedom of the press is supported by which article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Article 11, Article 19, Article 17, or Article 15? The correct answer is option B, Article 19. 2023 year marks the 30th anniversary of World Press Freedom Day, that is 3rd May. Freedom of the press is supported by Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article 19 states that everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Next question is a form of hacking that lets attackers access a device through its discoverable Bluetooth connection is called dash, blue string, blue scoping, blue bugging, or blue snarfing. The correct answer is option C, blue bugging. Concerned over an increase in instances of cybercrime, Andhra Pradesh police cautioned smartphone users of blue bugging. It is a form of hacking that lets attackers access a device through its discoverable Bluetooth connection. Once a device or phone is blue bugged, a hacker can listen to the calls, read and send messages, and steal and modify contacts. Next question is, which of these statements regarding AI spam filters do you agree with? The new regulations to combat unwanted communications are implemented by TRAI. Only selected telecom companies will be required to utilize AI spam filters in their call and SMS services. The new guidelines will come into effect from May 15, 2023, or the AI spam filters will block promotional calls only. The correct answer is option A. The new regulations to combat unwanted communications are implemented by TRAI. From May 1st, 2023, consumers in India who are tired of receiving unwanted calls and messages from unknown numbers got some relief. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, or TRAI, implemented new regulations aimed at combating these unwanted communications. Under the new rules, all telecom companies in India were required to utilize AI spam filters in their call and SMS services. The filters will be designed to identify and block fake and promotional calls and messages from various sources. Next question is, which of the following is not the mosquito-borne viral disease? Dengue, Lassa fever, yellow fever, or Japanese bee encephalitis? The correct answer is option B, Lassa fever. Lassa fever is an acute viral hemorrhagic illness caused by Lassa virus. Humans usually become infected with Lassa virus through exposure to food or household items contaminated with urine or feces of infected mastomys rats. Dengue viruses are spread to people through the bite of an infected Aedes species mosquito. Yellow fever is caused by an arbovirus, a virus transmitted by vectors such mosquitoes, ticks, or other arthropods, transmitted to humans by the bites of infected Aedes and Haemococcus mosquitoes. Japanese encephalitis virus is transmitted to humans through the bite of infected Culex species mosquitoes, particularly Culex tritaniorhynchus. Next question is, which edition of ASEAN India Maritime Exercise, or AIME, is being held from 2 to 8th May 2023? First, second, third, fourth? The correct answer is option A, first. The maiden ASEAN India Maritime Exercise, or AIME, began on May 2nd with war games in South China Sea. Indian naval ships Satpura and INS Delhi have participated in AIME 2023. The 7-day exercise 2 to 8th May 2023 will provide an opportunity for Indian Navy and ASEAN navies to work together closely and conduct seamless operations in the maritime domain. Next question is, what is the brain of low-cost star sensor developed by the Indian Institute of Astrophysics called as Strawberry Pi, Raspberry Pi, Apple Pi, or Cranberry Pi? The correct answer is option B, Raspberry Pi. Recently, a new low-cost star sensor, Starberry Sense, was launched by ISRO on board PSLV C-55. This payload is developed by the Indian Institute of Astrophysics. The brain of the instrument is a single-board Linux computer called Raspberry Pi. Its main function is to image the field of view, correctly identify the stars it sees, and calculate the pointing direction. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to India's undersea twin tunnels. 1. These tunnels are being built by the Brihan-Mumbai Municipal Corporation, or BMC. 2. The largest ever tunnel boring machine, that is TBM, has been used in this project. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. India's first undersea twin tunnels in South Mumbai are close to completion. The 2.07 kilometer tunnels are a part of the Rs 12,721 crore Mumbai Coastal Road project being built by the Brihan-Mumbai Municipal Corporation, that is BMC. Set to open in November, the tunnels start near Girgaon ahead of Marine Drive, extend north under the Arabian Sea, Girgaon Chowpatty and Malabar Hill, and end at Breach Candy's Priyadarshini Park. Another highlight of the project is the use of the largest ever tunnel boring machine, that is TBM, in the history of India. Last question is, recently a successful trial of an air-droppable container with a 150 kg payload capability was conducted by DRDO, and which of the following? Indian Army, Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, or none of the above? The correct answer is option C, Indian Navy. Recently, the Defense Research and Development Organization and the Indian Navy conducted a successful trial of an air-droppable container with a 150 kg payload capability. The maiden trial was conducted from IL-38SD aircraft off the coast of Goa on April 27. So that's all for today. Do share your score and reviews about the program. Thanks for watching.